I'm addicted to snorting baby powder. I do it until I can't take it anymore.
Wait, you put it in your nose?
This is not normal.
If she aspirates enough baby powder, she can die instantly.
That's right, people. Just like the stock market. All right. These are, as of right now, my levels. Okay? Some of them are the same. Some of them have moved around a little bit. Let's start off with, and you can put those in, but I'll quickly go through them. Obviously, this is Monday low. I don't really have to mark out Friday low, but I guess I could. There we go. And then we got the 89 right here, which is also a level from last week. And this was 50, 50, and 50, 45. However, the overall setup here is that, and I've added this to the screen, this is the 50-day moving average. So just to recap to you, we have spent the whole rally ever since it started above the 50 MA. We lost it on that big sell day, and this is going to be the first back test. It's interesting that the 21 and the 50 and the cloud are all at the same spot. And I'm actually going to mark that spot. 51.40 looks like a pretty huge level. And what can happen? Can we go through on the first? Well, to me that looks like such a big level that we need to gap above it and then come retest to see if it holds. But all this is going to have to happen live. Now next week we have early low on Monday, early high on Tuesday, might rally. It's one of those early highs. May 1st, which is Wednesday, early high. Thursday, early low. Friday, early high. I can see us going up to here, maybe even here before we reject or come back test. If we just straight up reject here this week, I see us going for these levels here. Now, this is obviously a huge week. Okay? And just to recap and remind you guys, we have, ever since we lost that level, we've spent time under the monthly low. We're still under the monthly low. It failed in grandiose fashion. Now, last week we had 49.20 was the low. We never hit that. Came close though. And obviously on Friday we had we crossed 51.06 or 51.05, which was our weekly high. So pretty nice move, zigzag pattern. We'll see what they are on Monday. I'll post them, mark them on your charts. Okay, I would think we either start heading higher or we reject. If we do reject, and I'll just bring it over here to SPY real quick. Easier probably to see. It's no coincidence we closed at this SPY magnet level here, 508.40 or whatever it is, but that's where we closed. So we also popped above the parallel uptrend channel from October lows. It's a parallel channel that I've drawn in manually. As you can see, we've rejected it twice. This was the third time on Friday. So next we need up. If we can get back in, we're back in the uptrend. But as you can see, we can get pretty darn close to that FOMC level by FOMC. So that's, I wouldn't be surprised if we're right back there on FOMC. Obviously, last FOMC went up, came down, double topped, and then have come down. So huge level. However, Let's see what the more important thing for Wednesday, it's not FOMC. They're not going to say anything we don't already know. It's more about what Janet Yellen does. How much, let me put it this way. How much bacon is she going to dish out to the peasants? Okay? Janet Yellen, Treasury, Wednesday, huge deal. Now, as far as the actual technical setup here on the daily, we're getting ready for a cross. Keep an eye on this RSI. It's bullish if the daily RSI is over 50. It's bearish if it's under. Obviously, we caught this nice relief bounce last week. I'll go over it in a little bit. Keep an eye on that. We got a nice setup here. TTM curling as well. So do I think more, especially if we're riding higher into FOMC, that might be the sell, and then we bounce on Apple or something. Okay. Now remember, we filled the ghost candle to the top on Amazon on Friday. Bogna has shared a ghost candle to 165 on Amazon. All right. Nevertheless, let me just go over this with you here quick. We caught this bounce here on the Namo, showcased it in a video, and the bounce we did and has more room. The RSI on it is getting up there. Usually doesn't go above 70. Can it? Yes, it can go to 105 even if it wants. But this has room and this has room. Okay. Whew, that was a mouthful. Why did they buy up Nvidia as hard as they did? That's $100 bounce in 2 trading days. $100 from opening Thursday to close on Friday. Well, I think it has to do with Apple. It's just my theory. I think that Apple had a deal with Qualcomm. Then they weren't going to renew it. They did renew it, and now it's up in the air. And Apple said, oh, we're going to build our own chip. And Microsoft's going to build their own chip. And Facebook's going to build their own chip. And freaking Tesla's going to build their own chip. That's great. They're still going to be like 5 to 7 years behind NVIDIA. See what I'm saying? So, with NVIDIA, I kind of want to show you guys and go in. Here you see the market net flow on SPY on Friday. Clear up day, right? Market tide, same thing. Clear as day. Okay? So, if we just take a look here, I want to show you NVIDIA specifically. Okay? Let's take 5 days. This is the price chart of 5 days. Even when the price was selling, they kept loading. No new puts. Even during, this was just to create a dip for them to buy. And they brought it up. They left everybody, all the put boys, holding their, you know, their teeth guard, whatever. Keep this in mind. Now, there's a lot of people out there who are saying AI's over, the chips are over, this and that. I never said it. I never said it. I just want to point that out, that I never said it. This whole sector is the only thing holding up this facade, this stock market. It's not going to fail right now. Meanwhile, there's rumblings about more bank failures over the weekend. That could be a nice little black swanny. It's not going to be one of the big boys. Anybody that fails, the big boys are going to come in and scoop and make more money. Nevertheless, nice JPM trade on Friday, as was PayPal. Now, the Dixie, clear as day, bull flag, RSI heavy, probably needs to go close this gap and maybe even go higher. Now, we saw on Friday market again go higher with it. As long as the 10-year yield is flat. As long as the 10-year yield is flat, as far as the stock market and playing calls, as long as it's flat, the market can go higher. Does it mean that it's good that the 10-year yield is here? No. But we take it day by day. Am I right? VIX, very close to losing a level. Pretty hilarious that it's almost down here. I know a lot of people are drawing a bunch of different cup and pullback and handle. Is it possible? Yeah, but this kind of pulled back too much already. We'll see. Plus, we haven't had any terrible news this weekend, except from obviously Nebraska. Looks absolutely devastating. IWM and the shitty stocks. Not coin. IWM and the shitty stocks compared to the rest of the market have just been left in the dust. Is it time? Sure, probably at some point closer to summer, which it almost is, right? So let's start looking at it. I like this setup. I mean, anytime you get a daily MACD cross, that shit has strength. Just like a daily MACD cross to the downside has strength. I mean, let's just take a look. Where was the cross? He was there. Where are we now? We had a hell of a sell. Well, that's the stow, but same idea. Where is my Mac? There you go. Where are you? Here. I don't know, sometimes TradingView just moves my shit around. Very irritating. So here, we had the cross right there. Was it the top? Ding, 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 ding. Yep, that was the top. We had the cross. And we're about to have a cross down here. We're already up here. So this range is going to be very, very important this week. We either break up or reject hard. Okay? With that said, no need to be swinging, a lot. I think I proved it last week. I'm not going to bore you again by listing all, 15 epic trades, but there was plenty every day, hundreds of percent. And I mean, NVIDIA on Friday, PayPal on Friday, JPM on Friday, SPY, and every day was really great. So I had 5 out of 5 green last week, and I'm going to try to do that again this week and stay disciplined, play the morning and play the afternoon. Okay? Obviously, if there's regional banks going under, KRE is going to dive. Okay? Maybe it's time for China soon, perhaps. Might start looking at BABA soon. We've been watching this inverted head and shoulders pattern for a while. We're over the 200, maybe on a retest and hold. We start playing it. Should be getting plenty of publicity this week. And I'll cover all the earnings and all of that and all the economic data. But I do want to say that Apple either fills this gap or starts heading for that gap this week. And on that, that I always speak about Apple 15-minute. And they have been selling that dark pool for a while. Even when we had that wild news pop, they weren't buying. Now the selling stopped. You can see small divergence here with the price coming down, and you got small divergence. If this turns around, the market is about to rip. That's why I was saying on Friday, and like we discussed in the meeting, the least likely scenario here is new all-time highs. Like, they shouldn't happen right now. Just throwing it out there. After all, it is the shit show. And that unless you live under a rock and don't know what you're doing, you should know that SMCI has earnings this week, and look at that accumulation. This sell was generated by their pre-release and not giving any hints, and they always do. Okay? But look at that dark pool compared to other earnings, same day, AMD. I'm sure you see the difference. Which is more attractive? This one. It's got the flow and it's got the dark pool. I'll dig into it a little bit more when I'm not trading. on Tuesday to see if they are accumulating, but you know, as of right now, actually, let me just check it out here real quick. SMCI. It's got some nice flow to the upside. So, possible. But anyways, let me pull up SPY as well. What has been nice is that the market tide and has been respecting, as has these. So looks good. Obviously Meta, we've got a ghost candle to the top, so maybe it fills the top gap before it fills this lower gap here. PayPal, last time we tried to play the gap, I'm gonna attempt it again. Last time we were rejected on good earnings. Let's see what we do here. Okay, I think it's time that we fill that gap. And since we've rejected it now twice, third time's the charm. Should be able to do it. UPST soon looks very, very attractive. You got a MACD cross on the daily. Soon it's time to load 32s here. Okay, can we get to the gap on earnings? Probably, if not higher, if the market rips gap fill. So UPST 32 lottos are going to be a position I will take soon. I just got to check the back end on it. Okay, so those are kind of my overall thoughts for this week. Let's quickly go through the calendar here as well. On Monday, nothing major, more so European numbers, Chinese numbers, more European numbers. Core inflation could move the market higher. Tuesday, nothing special, more of an earnings day. Wednesday is the big one, ISM PMI, JOLTS, and FOMC plus Yellen. Okay, Yellen. BOJ minutes. Thursday, Apple earnings. And Friday, non-farm payroll. So plenty of stuff. Okay, especially Tuesday and Thursday are big earnings days. So there's going to be a lot of plays. And we just got to ride it. Get back into the mind frame of grabbing some patty. I mean, I have this big painting in my office that says it goes all the way from $20 to $5,000 and lists how much you make every year if you can bank that. So depending upon your portfolio, if you make $500 per day when you trade 250 trading days, you get over 126,000. If you bang in $1,000 per day, it's $250,000. So always remember that you don't have to catch every move or the whole move. Try to get your patty in. It's very important. We got the tools to catch what the market wants to do. We've got a great hive mind. And I just wanted to show you that the VOLD has been pretty good as of late. We had the big sell and now we got nice accumulation. However, do remember that this was some major distribution here. And when we come up and back test it, we will see what the market's going to do next. Now, if we reject it, we will reject it hard. And price target is 487. Okay. Depending upon when we get down there, we'll see if that is an actual bottom or if we need to go bump one more time and then come down to the 200. That will probably by then be around 474. Okay, obviously goes without saying the economy is horrendous, the politicians are horrendous, the whole monetary system and economy is he's special and wears a helmet. However, doesn't really matter. We play the direction of the day. Apple, main focus, SMCI, Nvidia, PayPal, and might nibble on some shitty stocks, and obviously SPY and QQQ like always. That's the plan going into next week. Thank you guys. It was a pleasure trading with you. Let's aim for 5 out of 5 green without thinking about it too much. Let's not force anything this week. It's a big week. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. So don't be in too heavy. Use your stop losses. Some ideas work, some don't. Main thing, don't get cooked. And if there's an obvious move, we jump on it. All right, thank you guys. God bless.